Hi! Welcome back, everybody, to another SMP episode. I'm very happy to be here. There's a couple of different things that have happened off camera, and a couple of things that I planned to do on camera. Also, is my flying machine here broken or something? Oh dear. I know that my machines, my chunk loaders broke at some point. Okay, yep, my flying machine is broken. Oh, sad, sad, sad. I actually wonder, though, can I just do this? Would that fix it? Oh, well, yep, there we go. Now it fixed it. Okay, cool. Alright, that was a little bit unexpected, but I was looking at it, and it didn't separate itself, so it's all working. How about what's in here? Are these good as well? All these hopper clocks are looking absolutely fantastic, so it looks like we are good to go. Anyways, welcome back to the Cryptid Craft SMP. And welcome back to my series on it. I have been waiting and missing doing an episode on this series for so long now, and I'm finally happy that we can say that we're back and doing some more. Now, the first thing that I'm going to show is that there is a new machine, a new factory machine here, which is known as my Kelp Farm. This is actually an original design by yours truly, Unique Commencer. How's it going? I was working on a kelp farm because I wanted to make dried kelp blocks to smelt a ton of items in my super smelter, and I did it. I spent so many hours just working on different proofs of concepts for different kelp farms, and I managed to create this bad boy right here. And it uses bone meal, so it does use bone meal to make this farm all function and work properly. But because of the bone meal, it's able to produce roughly 18,000 kelp per hour within just this singular module. And essentially, all this is really meant to do is it has a system behind it that uses a pulsar and redstone, which pulses the piston that breaks the kelp. And whenever it breaks the kelp, all of it will float to the top and go into this chamber here, which will just fall into my hoppers here. And then on the other side, we have an observer clock that is moved by this piston. And then that basically fires the bone meal system, which goes insanely fast, and it fires 3 different dispensers that have bone meal in it. It's supposed to be compact and very tight up, so that way it doesn't have to have like such a huge footprint on the actual build itself. But I am so in love with my own design here. I can't even begin to tell you guys how happy it makes me. It makes me unbelievably happy. There's a few things though that I could do to make it change or make it a little bit more efficient here and there, but honestly, 18,000 an hour is already enough kelp for me that I don't really mind. Now, before anyone gets curious about why I might have a minecart with a hopper on top of a trapdoor, it's because I want it to be able to suck items from above it, but it can't be on the normal level of the hoppers itself. And it normally would if it was on a rail, but I also want it to be over the hoppers here, so I have to open up the hitbox to see that. And the best way for me to do that was basically use a rail to make it fall on top of the trapdoor, and then after it falls onto the trapdoor, it just sits there in the center of both of those hoppers, so it can suck whatever's above it, and then it will deposit whatever it sucks straight down into the hoppers below, evenly distributing it all. Now, that's enough of me talking about it. Let's go ahead and run it, because I can't believe I made this. This is completely original. The only thing I needed help with, the only thing I actually ended up looking up, was the pulsar in the back, which is that piston right there. It basically helps me pulse the piston. I place the piston, I place all the other machinery. This is it. This is how it works. It does 3 quick applications of the 3 dispensers with bone meal to grow it to the maximum, which is somewhere up there. There's a little bit of leeway with like 2 extra water sources. I think there's like 1 or 2 right above it, maybe just 1. It shouldn't really grow past that anyway. And then the piston will go out, and it will trigger the entire stem of kelp to break, and then they slowly make their way to the top, as you can see the kelp here, just floating slowly but surely, and then it will fall into the minecart hoppers. Now you guys might be wondering, well, why are you using minecart hoppers? The reason for that is because I needed it to be able to suck in the kelp insanely fast. But even with how fast minecart hoppers can be, just for example, if we quickly open this, we can see that it's draining it out pretty fast, right? And we can also see that this is, where's is a good one here to look at? I'm not sure, but anyway, it drains it out fast because it's taking 2 out at a time to go in between these hoppers. It's just, unfortunately, this system is a little bit flawed in terms of the storage system, because it gets filled up too much, and then it starts stacking the kelp, but it should still be decently okay. And of course, this does eat bone meal like crazy. You cannot last with having too much bone meal at all with this machine at all, because I had like this entire barrel basically full, and now we're down to just these 6 stacks here, or not, like 8 actually. 8 stacks roughly, and they're all like half stacks now at this point. But it produces a ton. In fact, we can actually quickly check how much we got just from running it right there. We have more than enough, and for some reason, I don't know how I managed to do this. This is completely accidental, but it perfectly splits this in half between both of these double chests. So like, we have 4 stacks and basically a half a stack. We have 4 stacks and basically a half a stack. It's it's insanely useful. It's insanely good. If you guys want to take the design, feel free to by just looking at it here. If you guys want me to make an actual tutorial on it, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, this is my handmade personal kelp farm that I wanted to make sure I made, but with a low profile and high efficiency, all that sort of thing. And then, honestly, this is the machine where my girlfriend told me, like, I showed this to her, and then she was like, you know what? Maybe you're a redstoner instead of a builder. And then I was looking at her, and I was like, but I want to be both. I want to build and do redstone, please. But anyway, that is how that all works. So I think we actually just saw her fly over here. Yeah, we did. So we also removed this canopy, the pumpkin canopy that we were having here. And then we moved the storage that we once had here all the way over to there, and we have it completely organized in all sorts of different ways. But now, before you guys think that this is a shulker monster, it kind of is, but on top of that, just know that this is meant for projects in the near future. For example, we have a lot of organization here for different things that I'm actually going to be using for farms in the near future. We're not going to be touching this at all in this episode, though, because we have a couple different things I have in mind. In fact, what we have in mind for this episode is, let's go ahead and check out this shulker box here. I have night vision potions, water breathing potions, loyalty, impaling trident, with my, of course, my netherite chest piece, and blocks of redstone, TNT, some dirt, doors, milk, and of course, we can't forget about the wither, hoe, and golden carrots. Now, you guys might be wondering, what's it for? If you guys aren't, then you guys probably already know what my plan is for today. But we're going to go bossing. We're going to go kill a couple of bosses. 2 of which are going to be the wither, and then we're going to do a little bit of some raids on some of the beautiful ocean monuments, because I need to get a trim for my helmet, because I have trims on my pants, my boots, my chest piece, but I don't have a trim on my helmet, because the trim that I want on my helmet that looks good in my opinion is tide, which can only be obtained through killing Elder Guardians. So we gotta go kill some Elder Guardians, we gotta go get some beacons, and then we're gonna go from there. So let's go ahead and just get started. Let me ask her what boss I should kill first. Let's go up to her. Alright, so I asked her what she thinks I should do first. Ocean Monument, she said. Okay, I told her bet. Let's go ahead and get some of our stuff mostly equipped here, because we want to make sure that whenever we get there, we actually have all of the stuff ready to go. That should be roughly everything. The only thing that I'm really missing here is we're going to have to swap quickly from rockets to trident whenever we land, as that's probably going to be my main form of combat whenever I'm at a distance. So I think this is good. I think we should be able to handle it well. This is going to be my first time ever actually fighting a ocean monument, so please bear with me if I am absolutely terrible at it. And from what I know, there is going to be an ocean monument out here somewhere, and I'll be right back with you guys whenever I find the ocean monument, but it should be near my raid farm. At least I would hope so. And also I need to improve that raid farm at some point, now that I think about it. But anyway, I'll see you when I get there. So, I'm not there yet, because I just remembered that there's one thing I haven't told you guys about yet, and that is some of the other enchants I actually got. I have Depth Strider 3 and Respiration 3 with Aqua Affinity on my gear, so I am by far ready for this Ocean Monument. Since it's my first time going through it, I wanted to make sure I was absolutely stacked for it, so just keep that in mind. Alright, see you guys when I find an Ocean Monument. Aha, I found one. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and land a little bit further away, I think. Okay. Here we go, my first ever attempt at an ocean monument. I'm terrified because I'm actually more confident with the wither than I am with this, because I've never fought in an ocean monument. But you know what? We got this, I believe. Oh dear. Okay, we're just gonna have to go for it. Let's just go for it. Come on. I have my emergency doors. I have emergency everything. I even have my saturation up to a certain extent. Don't shoot me, please. Don't shoot me. Hold on. Okay, perfect. I got out of there. Luckily. You know you want to go away from me. Stop it. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, yep, I broke all their lines of sight. All the lines of sight are broken. Perfect. Okay. Excellent even. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, just swim around this for a second. Swim around that for a second. And then we gotta... Oh, okay, hold on. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright. Another thing I just realized is I also have the audio a little bit too low for dealing with these guardians here. Going up to the surface for a second. Only a second, though. Ow! Okay, that was just a tad little bit of damage. We're fine. Everything's good. Everything's fine. All's well. Okay, TNT, block of redstone. And now what I'm going to quickly do is, options. Music and sounds. Hostile creatures, 100%. There we go. No, not like this, not like this. Come on. Okay, perfect. Okay, now the Elder Guardian should be open for a fight with me. Alright, perfect. In fact, you know what? We're just going to go Impaling Trident the entire way. Okay, that one's down. Let's go ahead and... Okay, we actually need this ASAP. Before I drown to death. Water breathing. And then we go for night vision real quick. Okay, excellent. It didn't drop what I needed, but it did drop the Elder Guardian head, I believe, at least, so that's good. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to go to one of the other entrances and get that one blown up as well. So, because we gotta deal with the Elder Guardians first and foremost. So, we're gonna try to do that, but I have to remember where it is even located at, which is one of my problems. Although it seems like I'm unable to find it. Oh, okay, there it is. Ow. Okay, so it's right here. We're gonna go in here for a second, and then we're gonna go... We gotta go like this. Oh, man, the kelp's in my way. TNT. Get rid of the sponge. Oh, boy. And then redstone. You know what? I hope I get my redstone back. If not, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, I did get some of my redstone back. Perfect. Alright, excellent. Where did the Elder Guardian even go, though, is my other question. Go away from me. Okay, trying all the way. Get off of me. One more hit, I think. Oh, yeah. Go away. Go away. Oh, man. I like this, though. This is definitely a different type of challenge when it comes to Minecraft. I like that a lot. I don't think I got what I needed from this, though, unfortunately. A little bit saddening, considering that I only have one try left with getting the drops I want. We still have a good amount of time when it comes to everything else, though, which I do like quite a lot. No, you. Back here, where do you think you're going? There we go. Perfect, okay. Now we have one left to do, and that is going to be this side as well. We're just going to go ahead and go around it real fast just a few times, so that way I don't get shot. Okay, their laser beams are multiplying, goodness gracious. Okay, we're just going to go around this way, and then this way, and then we just come up right over here, and then what we do is we go right here. And then, oh! Ooh, no, none of that, thank you. TNT, redstone. Perfect, okay. We're in. We are in. Hello there, Elder Guardian, how you doing? Come on, Elder Guardian, peek me again, please. It won't let me move. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and eat. Need to top off my hunger. Okay. Just a little bit more swimming around. Perfect, okay. I didn't get the armor trim I wanted. Oh, man. Okay, but I do believe, though, that that was all three regardless, so I'm very happy about that. Alright, now I should be able to drink the milk and not have to worry about the mining stuff anymore. What we're gonna have to do, though, right away is drink the water breathing right after, though. And then drink the night vision, too, so that way we can actually see. And now we can collect all the stuff that we have here, in terms of, like, the sea lanterns, the prismarine, that stuff. So hopefully all's well now, at the very least. Oh, I actually believe that there's going to be treasure in here too, which is going to be very nice. Aha! Golden ingots. I mean, not not gold ingots, the gold blocks. There we go, yeah. And since this is the actual entrance, we're gonna go ahead and cover the entrance up for now, because they will mostly spawn outside and not inside, from what I remember. Alright, sea lanterns. This is gonna be excellent for both myself and my girlfriend. We do like to build, and I know that sea lanterns are highly sought after sources of light, or at least one of the ones that are really sought after. It's just a very nice light block in general. And I can't just sit here and take too long for everything, because if I do, then that's going to be quite bad for both of us, because I want to be able to actually return with these rewards. But realistically, the best way for me to return with all these rewards is if I survive and get out of here. This area doesn't seem like it has anything else to it, so we're going to go ahead and block it off. I'm just going to go ahead and mark this as closed here, and then we're going to go through here, mark this one as done as well. And then we got to continue with the prismarine mining a little bit, aka just really doing the sea lanterns, because that's the main thing here. I never would have thought, though, that doing a boss fight, essentially, underwater would have been this way, but it's pretty unique. I think it's pretty fascinating, too, honestly. Thank you for going away from me. Appreciate it. One of the things I'm mainly looking for, though, it has 100% got to be the other treasure rooms that exist down here, some of which would be things like the sponge rooms, because I did get sponges, but I want more. And now we can say that this entire area is pretty much cleared out as well, so let's go ahead and just mark this one as done as well. We'll just mark it like this. I think that's just making my life easier. Okay, now the other stuff that we can do is we can explore a little bit further. I don't think there's going to be anything down here. Nope. Alright, good to know. So now we can continue in the other direction. I don't know how many sea lanterns spawn in these things, but I do like them. Okay, I think I basically destroyed everything in this one particular room. Let's go ahead and yoink all the sea lanterns. I'm not trying to worry too much about the guardians, but if there's so many, then that becomes dangerous, so I don't like that. Okay, we're down to a minute left on this specific potion. I'm also going to go ahead and just throw out the water bottles that I have, because they are clogging up my inventory pretty badly. Okay, things are running out, which is fine. And then toss it to the side again. Okay, perfect. Okay. I want to make sure I explore every single one of these rooms. I really desperately want sponges. That's if I can even find sponges. Oh, gold? Okay. Interesting. Why is this here? Is this a ruined portal that generated inside? It is. What in the world? I don't think I've ever seen something like this in my entire life. Wouldn't there be a loot chest here? Yeah, there is. What the heck? Okay. Man, I'm happy to have all these sea lanterns, but what about the sponges? I wanted sponges in particular. I'm not getting very lucky with the sponge rooms by the looks of it. I get the feeling that this was just a very unlucky one right here. Now my potions are about to run out again. But man, I was really hoping that there was going to be more to this entire area. Because I know that there's supposed to be sponge rooms, but I haven't found a singular one. You know what? Maybe if we mine out and then we try to find a different entry point, like, I don't know, we'll just go randomly right here and then try to just keep searching. I think I've genuinely cleared out every single room. I wasn't even able to mark all of them off either. Like, I just automatically found all of them. Whether it was intentional or not, I've cleared out everything and it just genuinely doesn't have a sponge room. Pretty sad, but understandable also at the same time. At this point, I'm just kind of trying my best to break through as many of these as I can, see if I can find literally any other piece of the... Yeah, I don't know any type of reward, to be honest. Yeah, no, after looking around, I think that's actually it, unfortunately. I'm already down to 5 minutes left on my potions here, so maybe I should start heading home and getting out of here, but I don't know. That's a little bit sad, cannot lie. I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping to find some sponge rooms, but and even the Tide armor trim, but I wasn't able to find either. So now my best bet would be to find another ocean monument, because this one was a bust, unfortunately. But I mean, it wasn't all a bust, considering that I got some sponges, even if it was only 3. And considering the fact that I also got some prismarine out of it, among other things, so it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. Alright, so now that we're done with the Guardians, I would say that we're about to do something that's arguably easier than the Guardian stuff and the Ocean Monument stuff, and that is to go home. I don't know why my own pet is over here. My pet parrot is right here. Man, now that you're all the way out here, you're probably going to disappear, and I'm going to be sad. Don't ride on my shoulder like that. You're gonna disappear and I'm gonna cry. Alright, let's go ahead and put that back on and swap up my tools a little bit here. And yeah, now it's time to head home and show all the rewards to my wonderful girlfriend and see what she thinks. So, see you when we're home. Home sweet home. There we are. Let's just go ahead and just start throwing things at her. Let's see how much she likes it. Hold on. I don't know if I... Oh, why did she leave? I was gonna show her the guardian heads. In fact, you know what? I actually want to see what it looks like real quick. Hold on, we're gonna do that and just quickly check. Oh, that's so interesting looking. Okay. Let's see what. Wait, did she notice? She noticed. And then we're gonna go ahead and wear that. And these are for her. And yeah. She says, "Wow, it's so cute." That's all. Now time for withers. That's all, folks. Alright, so unfortunately a nuke has logged off, but that still doesn't mean that we don't do the wither skeletons. In fact, we are most definitely going to be doing the wither skeletons because I'm desperate. I'm in desperate need and want of these things. And luckily, we have our community mine here, which people have been going into and digging entire gigantic tunnels for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end of one of them and just spawn the wither there and just keep basically swinging my sword until they fall over, pretty much. That's kind of the goal. In fact, I'm also going to use my elytra to kind of just like fly through this real quick, you know, like right here probably would be good. That way it's like very far away from any type of civilization or danger. I also really got to watch my health when I'm doing this because it's going to be scary otherwise. Okay, I cleared up a decently sized area here for the wither. We're just going to go ahead and place the T of the soul sand, and then we need to place the wither skeleton skulls. We need to kill 2 of these, so I'm both ready, excited, and terrified all at the same time. Okay, is there anything else that I need? Am I good with everything that I basically have? It looks like it. The only thing I need to make sure I do before I place the last one is equip my chest piece, and we're going to equip the milk just in case, and right before we do that, we get the skulls here. Alright, here we go. Wither number 1. Okay. Alright. I'm going to stand this far away. Alright. Wow. Okay, a power 5 bow does a lot of damage to a wither. Wow, would you look at that. I'm just going to stay far away for now, you know? I feel like that's a good idea. Okay, now it's doing this thing. Okay, there we go. We did it. We did it. We did it. Alright. 1 down, 1 to go. And honestly, I didn't even take that much damage. And we also have the wither head. I gotta see it. Looks good. I look beautiful. Honestly, that's a pretty interesting way to mine deep slate right there, I tell you that. Oh, but there is one other thing I forgot to do, and that is I do want some wither roses. So I'm gonna go and try to get a few eggs, and then I'm gonna spawn chickens essentially in the line of sight where the wither is going to be. And then hopefully we can get some wither roses from that. I have a ton of eggs, so this is definitely a possibility. Also, I just want to say this now. There is a chance that I might not put the villager trading hall build in this episode, but if it's not in this episode, you guys can expect that in the next one, because I really want to build it, and it's been sitting there for a while. It needs to be built, so it's going to happen eventually. Now, the question is where would be a good spot for me to place all these chickens so that way we can get a good, decent amount of wither skulls? I mean, not wither skulls, but the wither roses. I would assume that my best bet would be to go all the way down here. And also, for these wither skulls, I went to like 3 different nether fortresses to even get these skulls. It was a grind and a half, but I definitely enjoyed myself. We need to do one more fly through here. There's a hole in the ceiling here, which makes my life easier. Ow. Okay, my idea is I want to test something a little bit as well. I want to spawn a few chickens right here, and then towards where I am in this hallway, I'm going to place some more. For right now, I'm just going to try and see if the explosion does anything to these baby chickens, though. Like the initial explosion of the wither. Why'd they all decide to go up there? What in the world? Nothing is up there. What makes them want to pathfind to that? That's interesting. Okay, we'll save the last 4 for a little bit further this way. Who needs a wither rose farm when you can just spawn in the entire army of chickens themselves? How did that happen? When you can spawn in the entire army of chickens themselves and then just use that for your own benefit, you know? Alright, let's go ahead and get it started here. We're gonna go boom, 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 That's the last of my soul sand right there, and then we just need to make sure that I get into a safe spot after we eat real quick, because I want to make sure I'm full health and whatnot. So let's do that. 1, 2. Where'd that one just go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, give me that, please. Thank you. Cool. 2, and then. Okay, I'm scared. I'm a little worried. And you know we'll be fine. 3. All right. Well, good luck, animals. It's not animal cruelty if they, just decide to not pathfind their way out of there. Oh, that is a lot of wither roses. I am very happy about that. In fact, the wither isn't even focused on me. It's focused more on dealing with the chickens for right now, which is nice. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm going to wait for the wither to target me instead of the chickens, which it looks like it kind of is now. Alright, there we go. We got 2 of them down now, and we also got a blue wither projectile head skull thing from that as well, which is very nice. But now it's very dark and we want to light this stuff up so that way we don't have mobs spawning here. And just like that, we've managed to get 17 wither roses from that, which is honestly more than I would have expected, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then on top of that, we kind of did a little bit of some extra cobblestone mining in terms of deep slate with the wither, which is pretty interesting. Pretty funny as well, to be honest. I quite like this. And now I can officially give me and my girlfriend a beacon, which is going to be very nice, very helpful for multiple projects. And now I, of course, got to check the blue head out as well. Oh, man, it's nice. It's nice to have these, man. It's cool. It's a nice collection piece, basically. I like it a lot. Now, of course, though, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the armor trim that I was looking for, but it is an armor trim after all. It's purely cosmetic, but I will definitely try to get that in my free time, sometime off camera. But man, what a journey this has been for this entire episode already. 2 withers, an ocean monument, and now we get to go get some beacons and proceed with being able to actually get even more of the grinds necessary and done with all of the grinding, because now we have the beacons. So yeah. And from my knowledge, there's only going to be 3 beacons on the server whenever these 2 are created, because the other one is owned by Azazel, and he has his own, whereas these 2, one will be for me and one will be for my wonderful girlfriend, and then we get to go from there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it all right now, but I'm very happy and excited to have it all, nonetheless. But anyways, that is going to have to be it from me for this episode. I hope that you guys all enjoyed, because I know that I did. And I can't wait to see all of you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!